Hello, it's Oopsy Daisy. I'm Ashley.
And I'm the cooler one, Vanessa.
So the first question we have from Tumblr, how would you think it would feel like for you two to meet in real life? It'd be terrible, because Vanessa's mean.
It would. I'm mean, apparently. Actually, I talk a big game, because there's screens between us. But I would probably be, the meekest person.
Well, I mean, I'm not, completely... I don't know. I'm weird in person, probably, too.
I'm really weird, but, meeting people...
But the fact that we've been talking to each other for, over 5 years, I think that says something. I think we'd be okay.
I know, but, meeting new people, it's different, right? So, I'd be like, oh, hey...
Well, we're not really new.
I'm just saying.
I think to break the ice, the awkwardness at least, we should go to a baseball or hockey game or something.
No, we're gonna go to Yankees-Phillies game.
Yeah, and when are we going to that?
I don't know. When are you paying for my plane ticket?
Because most likely, I would have to travel to you.
When are you paying for my plane ticket?
And you're in freaking Vancouver.
Yeah. But you would come here anyway because you'd have to go and find Grant.
Well,
I know everything.
Yes. I would be stalking the flash sets probably in Vancouver. But I would still come to see you.
Of course you would. Who wouldn't? I'm pretty
But
awesome.
Yeah, we would first meet and I would just gawk at your tattoos for a couple minutes.
Triggered.
And then we go and do something. I don't know.
I would bring you to a poutine place.
Ooh, yeah, I could actually try poutine.
I actually want poutine right now, so thanks.
I'm sorry.
Even if I brought it up, just saying. It's your fault. It's this question's fault. Who asked this question?
That's why I should be Canadian. I just say sorry without even really thinking about it.
See, you know what's funny is that I said sorry to someone and they're like, "Oh my god, you say it so weird." I'm like, "What? Sorry." She's like, "It's not like that. I can't even say it because apparently I'll say it. Sorry.
Sorry.
Is that, did I say it right?
Well,
sorry.
That's the same thing with me with water.
Water.
I can't. It takes a lot out of me to pronounce it like water.
See, I don't get it. Is sorry and then sorry? Which one's the right one?
Sorry.
Sorry. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. No, sorry. Sorry is it.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, we're getting into
No, this is perfect. This is why the people are here.
Right. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I think we should probably say today's edition
is the Q&A.
Is the Q&A. We got questions from people from Tumblr and Twitter because we have a Tumblr
and we have a Twitter.
Yeah, the Tumblr is daisy.tumblr.com and the Twitter is Oopsy Daisy Pod. On Twitter.
Yeah.
So if you're not following there and you have those social networks, go follow us. We've been oddly active on Twitter lately.
We have. We really have. Also, if you ever have questions and you want to write to us on Twitter, just do #Daisy question. So much easier. Because we can just track that.
Yeah, you don't have to #Daisy questions.
Yo.
Anyway, so the next question we got from Tumblr. Do you know any ship couples similar to Daisy, aka their stepbrother, stepsister?
I mean, if I go back to my childhood, there was a cartoon I watched.
What cartoon?
It was Martin Mysteries.
I don't know what that is.
Is that even the name? Martin? Yeah, it is. Martin Mystery. And it was it's kind of similar. Oh, God. Just looking at the picture, it's kind of similar, and you could see it right off the bat. Okay, yeah, it was just two step siblings, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people shipped them together, and they were older teenagers, I think, or they were in college. I don't know. I don't remember. It was so old ago. It was so long ago. I don't even remember. But that's what comes to my mind.
Well, the ones that come to my mind, it was. If you ever watched Degrassi, that Jake and Claire, they were together. They were just kind of hooking up. They were very casual.
Wasn't there ship named Cake?
Yeah.
Why is it anything who she's with? It's always has to do with food, eclair, and
Yeah,
cake.
that was so funny about that because they used to have the cake and eclair wars, and they were like named the pastry wars. Man, and like I liked both ships, so I was just like, I don't care what happens; it's all good for me.
I didn't pay attention to it because the only ship mattered for me.
Yeah, well, at the time cake was happening, eclair was becoming too dramatic for me, so I was just like, oh my god, this is stupid. So I was like, this was a breath of fresh air.
Listen, there's only one ship I paid attention to, so
Oh god, we're not even gonna bring that up.
yeah,
But anyway,
I'll
they.
ask Jordy about that when we get her on the pod.
Oh my god. Yeah. Vanessa texts me. She was like, I just randomly DM'd Jordy to like come on the podcast. And I was like, what? Jordy hasn't responded, so I think that's a no.
Yeah,
But
we'll try. I'm gonna try again in the future. Uh,
mhm.
Ashley's terrified of getting anyone on the show.
Oh, I am.
I'm like, yo, I want to ask the deep questions. Like, hey, Jordy, you were on the pacifier. How does it feel to be trained Navy SEAL styles by Vin Diesel? Like, these are things I need to know.
It would like half of it wouldn't have to be like life with Derek though.
No, like, I would ask her everything like, how is Murdoch? How is DeCray? How is being Navy SEAL trained? And beating up Boy Scouts. Like, I need to know these things?
Okay, back to the question. Jake and Claire, they got together. They were hooking up, whatever. Before they found out their parents were hooking up, and then eventually their parents got married. So then they stopped for a while, but then they eventually did go out for a very brief time as step siblings.
Do you know what only thing I kind of remember from that relationship?
Hmm.
Is for some reason I just remember Jake always walking around with like fried chicken. I don't know why.
I don't know if he actually ate as much fried chicken, but I think he did. Like he said one line, and I think that just became like his thing. He had fried chicken. He loves fried chicken.
Yeah, like I just googled Jake DeGrassi chicken and then fried chicken popped up. So I'm guessing it's an actual thing.
I remember people like making like fan art of it, and it's just like it's oh my god.
But yeah, so he loves chicken and he loves Claire. He loves cake. So there's that one. I
Well,
don't
he's
think
also like a huge stoner.
is
Like
he?
they did that in the later seasons, so you
Oh
know.
man. But yeah, like I don't know. Other than like those two ships, I don't think there's any step brother sister ones that come to mind.
I remember years ago there was this show that came out on like Hulu before it was like big or something like that. Let me see. I
See, I
forget.
remember that like for Wizards of Waverly Place, there was like a legit incest ship that
Yeah,
everyone was
that
obsessed with, and I was like, oh god. Uh, that's other thing. That's the only one.
Okay, so there was a show. I can't see where it was on. I feel DirecTV. Yeah, that's a way to kill a show. It was a DirecTV original.
Okay.
It was called Billy and Billy.
Okay.
One's a guy, one's a girl, and they were
Okay.
supposed to be step siblings, and they would like hook up. A TV show that follows two step siblings as they try and navigate their taboo romance.
Oh, that's literally Life with Derek.
Yeah, I never watched it because I didn't have DirecTV, but I remember hearing about it. But it didn't last very long. It had Adam Brody in it. That I remember that happening. I'm sure there's like other instances, but I don't know them particularly. Also, it's not completely step siblings,
No.
but it's kind of close. If you watch Fuller House, which is the Full House sequel reboot like thing,
Mm-hmm.
there's a ship with Jackson and Ramona,
See, I don't
which
know any
actually
Full House stuff. That was my sister's show. So I just know that like the Olsen twins were in it, and what's his face, John Stamos, and that's it.
You're despicable.
I'm sorry, I was too busy watching Boy Meets World.
I watched both, okay? Jeez. Okay, but anyway, this is Fuller House, the one that's on Netflix right now. And Jackson is the main character, DJ's son.
Mm-hmm.
And Ramona is Kimmy, her best friend's daughter. So Kimmy ends up moving in with DJ after her husband died. And so she obviously brings her daughter with her. And there's just like that same like tension between them where it's like they don't get along, but then at the end of the day, like they make sure the other was cool. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a little similarity there, except it's kind of like reversed in a way. Like it's not directly Derek and Casey, but they both have like each other's like qualities a bit. But I don't know. That also comes to mind. It's similar, but not step siblings, but they're in the same house and like they've been forcing that sibling role. So
See, I can't contribute to that because I have no idea what you're talking about.
yeah, I mean if you watch it, you know what I'm talking about. If not, disregard.
Disregard.
Okay, next question. That also from Tumblr. How would you describe Derek's style of clothing and Casey's?
Casey's is just crazy. We've discussed this many a times in separate episodes how we don't understand her fashion and what the hell she's wearing. So
I would say it's preppy though. Like I feel like a lot of the other girls in her school were wearing something similar because it's
remember when we thought her mom picked up clothes from the Salvation Army for her? Because she had some random shirt with a big S, and we're like, it's S for Salvation Army. I only know this because I have been re-listening to the episodes to like get episode info for my TED Talk.
just.
So I literally burst out laughing at work listening to it.
And just mind you, she works at a place where literally her finger could chop off.
Yeah, like I work with like a bandsaw, so I could like literally lose some digits, and I'm too busy like laughing my ass off at like me. The shit I say is ridiculous. So whoever listens to this and like can't handle it, it's all me. I understand.
Really tooting your own horn there, man.
Yeah, someone has to.
As for Derek, I would just say like he has kind of like a soft grunge kind of look, I guess.
Yeah,
Because he doesn't really dress like preppy. Like that would be like Max.
he's a guy's guy.
Yeah, and I mean like it's just whatever's convenient, really.
I think the only thing I dislike of his outfit is sometimes it looks like he has like some bell bottoms going on.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's
Uh,
definitely got, like, especially like in the last couple seasons.
yeah, he's got some bottoms action going on, and then I can't stand
Derek's such a hippie.
I can't stand his necklace later on,
Oh,
and his little like
and then with his long, he looks like freaking Shaggy.
yeah. He has Shaggy's fashion sense. So that's why I can't.
Dude, and that makes sense because Shaggy never stops eating. Neither does Derek. We've cracked the code.
We have cracked it, fam.
We have. I think it's exactly who Derek was, like, based off of Shaggy from Scooby Doo. Here we go. I'm sorry we can't get into more detail of clothing. I'm not really interested in clothing nor know much about clothing.
We just know that Derek is Shaggy in the 70s. I mean, he eats like him. He has the long hair.
yeah.
He's got them bell bottoms. If he shows up in an episode with a green shirt, he is literally Shaggy.
Yeah.
Zoinks.
I could see Casey being a bit of Daphne. Like she dresses like Daphne, but she acts more like Velma.
It's the hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
It's Daphne and Velma's child. Yeah, we just randomly went there.
Yeah. Okay, so next question. What kind of music do you think Derek and Casey listen to? Uh,
Rock
I
for
mean, I think
Derek.
it's shown. I think, yeah, definitely Derek likes alternative, like rock, alternative music, things he can like bash his head to, like
Do you
like
think he just like listens to metal?
he could. I wouldn't be surprised if he listened to metal.
I dig it.
But like when we hear stuff on the show, it's more like rock or hard
Yeah,
rock.
I dig it though.
Casey's is obviously like pop. I could hear her listening to classical
Yeah,
music.
she's got her Swan music. Her Swan Lake music. Her Swan music.
She probably was like a big NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. Like she probably liked all the boy bands. I don't know like what their favorite songs would be, which is the other question that's connected to this. I feel like weirdly enough, Casey would like Avril Lavigne.
I don't know. Like, I was just thinking that before you said it. I was like, what about Avril Lavigne? But that, like, her music falls.
Why do we think this? Just like a random person.
Right? But, like, to be fair, her music is more towards Derek's type of music because she's, like, punk.
Right, but I can't think of Derek like
You
listening
don't know.
to
That's probably his guilty
Avril
pleasure
Lavigne too
music.
much. I mean, the first album definitely, but as it got like longer,
Do you think he listens to Skater Boy and then thinks of him and Casey?
I think it'd be funny if like Casey was like, "Oh, I'm listening to Avril Lavigne's like new CD," and he's like, "You listen to Avril Lavigne?" And she's like, "Yeah," and then it's like the song like
Skater Boy?
"Hey Hey You."
I want to be your girlfriend.
Yeah.
I just think
And he's like, "Oh, not that one."
I just think of Skater Boy and how it's like he was a punk, she did ballet. And I was like, yo.
I was well, yeah. I could just see like Casey like rocking out to that, like in like her like emo phase, because like obviously like she somehow come across maybe like she goes into Derek's room and he did something pissy, so she like steals his
Steals his
CDs.
Avril Lavigne CD.
And then she was like, you know what? I'll play one of his CDs just to annoy him, just like so he can like figure out that I did it. And then like she puts on Avril Lavigne and she's like, wow, this really speaks to me.
Just steals his Avril Lavigne CD. Wow. God, I love our brains. I love it.
So yeah, that's what I think.
Oh man, that's just wild. I love it.
The next question is how do you think Daisy would meet and get together if their parents weren't together and not married?
I got this.
Okay.
So, this has been discussed previously in a fanfic we talked about. Is how they went to completely different schools and they met through friends, kind of thing, right? I think it could be similar to that. Or it's whatever you were talking about, cake. They were together before their parents got together, kind of thing.
Right, but how would that happen?
He goes
Like,
to
I feel
Toronto
like
for hockey and then randomly bumps into her
yeah,
at the mall,
that could be possible.
or it's against her school.
Yeah, that could happen.
And then she's a.
But why would Casey be there? Unless like she was like a cheerleader.
It was Spirit Day, and she was there to support. And then Derek was like, "Hey, hey, you, yeah, I want to be."
I think if their parents never got together, I think they would have maybe seen each other. I don't want to say college because
Oh, what if it was?
yeah, but Derek wouldn't have gotten into Queens.
You don't know because he would have gotten there still with a hockey scholarship.
I still don't think he would have went for Queens.
I mean, if it was his only option with a hockey scholarship, I 100%.
I mean, okay, but I doubt that would be the only school that was interested in him that he would want to go to.
You know, he's gonna go there. He's gonna meet Casey, and it's gonna be like freshman whatever night, and then boom, Daisy. I'm right.
But
You're wrong.
either way, if it either way, if they met each other in college or whatever, I think eventually they would both end up in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Casey's already there. That's all she knows. She loves, the city life. Derek, he wants to get out of his like suburbia kind of thing, so he wants to like settle down in Toronto.
He wants to go to U of T.
I'm saying this is after college.
Oh, okay.
And I just think somehow, some way they like meet each other, maybe at a coffee shop,
At a
and
bar.
Derek runs into her and spills her drink all over her.
And then Kletzilla.
And of course she's pissed, but Derek will like try to be charming, and because she doesn't know Derek, she like fall for it. The dynamic would be totally different though if they met each other after the fact.
Maybe he'd be actually like not as immature, you know what I'm saying?
Especially at that point, yeah, he probably wouldn't be as immature. You would hope that he would still have like gained some maturity without Casey.
That's true.
But okay. Next question. Do you think there is a Daisy scene that is underrated by the fandom? Is there one that's overrated?
We already discussed this kind of, didn't we?
When?
It was like one of the Daisy-centric episodes, and we were like, this is nothing at all. We're like, it's just like out of context, put it into a video. It makes it look like it is.
Oh, what one was that?
Was that the grade grubber one?
Right.
I think that one's like super overrated.
Yeah, as an overall episode, yeah. I don't think the party gets enough like love. And I love that episode, and I think that's a huge Daisy centric episode. I don't feel like it gets as much hype as it usually does, especially my favorite scene with them in the bathroom and he's like making that dad joke.
Oh god.
I just love that scene, and I don't see people like care so much about it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I just not looking in the right places. But like, because she was like, "Oh, you're driving me crazy," and he was like, "Oh, well, it wasn't a far drive." And I just thought it was really cute because like she laughed, and they had this like moment, and he was like, "Oh wow, I've really like broke you." I don't know, and then like right before that, I think she like wipes the cream off his face or something, and
Ugh.
it was just like a really cute little scene.
I don't think that one's overrated.
No, I said underrated.
Oh, my bad. I'm a dum-dum.
Or at least that's what I wanted to say. I think I was just saying like I don't think people talk about it as much. As for overrated, because their scenes are usually pretty good when they actually have scenes.
Yeah.
I don't know if. I mean, I think everyone like fawns over the hula hoop
It's true.
moment,
I mean,
but I love that moment, so I can't say it's overrated.
and to be fair, we are like only in season 2, so we probably don't remember half the shit.
Yeah, especially from season 3 and like 4.
Yeah.
I'm
We'll
gonna
have
forget.
to get back to this.
Maybe overrated being the final scene.
The final scene.
Because where she's like, he was like stepbrother, and she's like, or just brother, or something like that. I can't even remember right now. That's bad.
Is that the one night gift set you made that has like 1 billion notes?
Yeah.
That one, okay. I know which one it is.
I
then.
just only because it gets shared so often.
Yeah.
And like it's to the point where you're like, yeah, okay, I get it. Like,
It's the MTV shared it and they're like, yo guys.
Yeah, but I don't get any credit, so. Anyway, next question. This is from Twitter at a filmmaker dream. What would the show have been like if Derek and Casey didn't have sexual tension? Mainly Michael and Ashley didn't get cast.
It would be the Brady Bunch. That's what it would be.
I mean, well, even then, people shipped Marsha and Greg.
I thought you were about to say Marsha and Jan. I was like, what? Because all I thought when you were about to say that was like, sure, Jan.
No. Okay. No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I think we said this before in a podcast. Like, it would have been completely different if it was Michael and some other girl, or Ashley and some other guy. Definitely if it wasn't either of them. I think they would have had the show that they planned for. But I don't think it would have worked as well
Probably not.
because I think it would have been boring if it was any two different mixtures of people that were the leads for it. So, because I just think that part of the tension was what kept people, you
I can't
know.
even imagine the show.
I can't either. It's hard to even like picture anyone else in those roles. I think that they were cast correctly. Like I think they picked the right people for the like for Derek and Casey. Like they were just perfect as that.
Hmm.
So, yeah. And the same person, the same Twitter user also asked, why do you think a lot of people watching found Derek and Casey's relationship uncomfortable, besides the fact that they were step
I don't think there
siblings?
is any other reason.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the main reason, just because they're step siblings, and once you put people in a house together and they're brought up together, it's automatically like you guys are siblings, even if you're not blood related, even if they're not like any paper saying you're adopted or step siblings, like and you're just live together, like I think it's just a thing that people assume, and that's just already like whoa, 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 that's taboo.
That is taboo.
But to me, it's all about age. I feel like they were old enough, you know, when they didn't see like Casey didn't see George as her father, Derek didn't see Nora as his mother. They definitely didn't see each other as siblings. They were old enough where, you know, they're thinking about these type of things. So just because, you know, she's technically your sister now, it's not going to change much because you never really grew up with that term with her. You know what I mean?
Sheffield.
So there's that. The only thing I could think of that maybe would be uncomfortable is that, like, if you thought Derek was too mean or Casey was too neurotic, something like that.
Or a serial killer.
But yeah, I don't really know if there's another reason why people might get uncomfortable about it. It's not like there was a huge age gap or anything. It's not like if it was Derek and Lizzie, that's uncomfortable for me. You know, if you ship it, fine, but that's just the age gap there would be uncomfortable for me. But besides that, I don't really think. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't think there is really a reason other than the possible, quote, incest between them.
Now, Twitter user Julia Foe 33917394.
That's a bot.
Why so many numbers?
That's a bot, that's why.
No, it's not.
I know, I'm joking.
She's real. You're real. Don't listen to Vanessa.
You're valid.
You. You are. In fanfics, George and Nora react to Daisy in a few different ways. How do you think they would actually react? I feel like we answered this before too one time, but it also depends whether they are told or whether they found out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think like if they found out, like they come home and like, whoa,
Make out on the couch.
yeah, I think they'd be very angry and frustrated, mainly because they weren't told.
That's true. I think out of both of them, I think Nora would be the most understanding.
Yeah, but I feel like I think it just really depends. I think they would feel more betrayed in a way because they were lied to.
Hmm.
Um, like they seem to be parents that like to know what's going on with their kids' lives as best as they can.
Okay, let's be real. There was a episode where they didn't even
Oh, I
know
know that they were
Edwin's
completely
birthday.
yeah, but they like to think that they know their kids.
Hmm.
So if they really like get a wake up call, like oh shit, what are we letting like happen?
Hmm.
I can't see them like just owning them. I know that's something that happens sometimes in like fanfics where it's like they just own them. Um,
I'm trying to think of that a moment where that happened, and I don't really remember of disowning.
yeah, I just know I've read a couple fanfics at least maybe where like maybe they didn't just own, but like it was enough to the point where they haven't talked in years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I've read like haven't talked in years sort of thing, but never disowned.
Yeah. Well, I think there was one where they were disowned, but like I'm just saying, like in a not saying literally, but like the point where they're not talking, they don't want to talk to Derek and Casey because what they think is doing is wrong.
Hmm.
I don't think they would go to that extreme.
No.
But if Derek and Casey just came out and was like, "Hey, we wanted to tell you something," and then they just told them that they're in a relationship, I think they would need time to completely get used to it.
Yeah. And then hope that
Because,
like
like, because
hope that Lizzie and Edwin don't follow and be like, we don't need
yeah,
this
I think they would
drama.
be paranoid. They would be like, they would go to Edwin and Lizzie and be like, "Hey, you guys aren't dating, right?"
And they're like,
Because no, it's actually Marty and Lizzie. No,
that would be
uh,
horrifying. Because like one's 4 and the other one's like 12. Why would
yeah,
you
the age
say
gap is really
something like
bad.
this?
I know, but it was just because like they're generally the gay one, like the ones that people
Yeah.
see as
Why
like
are you saying
lesbians.
something
And
so controversial?
I'm not. I'm just saying that's what people usually put in their
I know,
fanfics.
I'm joking. The controversial thing is
Uh,
Lizzie and Marty. That's what I'm saying.
yeah. Yeah, it's like, Lizzie, are you dating Edwin? No, I would never date
But
him.
Marty!
Yeah. But yeah, so I just think that they would be very like I think they would be a little weirded out just because Nora does see Derek as her son. George probably does see Casey as his daughter. So the fact that this, would happen, they just like kind of like I don't know, like a whiplash almost kind of effect. Like, whoa, what the hell happened here?
Hmm.
But I think that eventually like they would want to support it just so that they're still in contact with him and knows what's going on with them.
Yeah.
Because I feel like at this point they would be out of the house anyway,
Hmm.
so it wouldn't really matter too much. But I just think that would be something that would take like a little more over time for them to get used to. But that's what I think.
That's what you think?
What do you think?
I just think you're right.
That's a cop out answer.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, Vanessa.
I don't know, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know we agree on everything.
Not everything, but close to everything, yes.
Pretty much.
Except sport teams.
Listen. Listen. Your
And
team.
apparently Barry's name.
Listen. It's not my fault. It's a plain name. Call him Bartholomew.
He's not gonna know. Bartholomew. He's just biting his foot. I don't.
It's because he's a retard.
Barry! Barry! Hi! He stopped when I said Barry, so there you go. Hi!
On
He
legal
comes over
documentation, his name is Bartholomew.
here. You know how much I would have to keep calling him Bartholomew? That's just too much.
Legal
Moo
documentation.
moo. Mew mew.
Anyway, next question.
This is from Twitter user Linz
Nico.
Nico. What do you think the show would have been like if it was from Derek's point of view? Well, we would probably be seeing a lot of girls.
Yeah. It's true.
I think it would just be about his like dating life.
Do you think the perception on Casey would change at all since we're seeing it from his point of view instead?
I think it would be very dramatized. Like she was very dramatic anyway,
Mm-hmm.
but like if she would be like, I'm going to my room to like write poetry, he would like vision her like doing it like the old fashioned people with like a with a
The,
ink and
the
like
feather
you know what I
pen
mean,
thing?
like a feather. Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
like he would see her probably as doing that.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
Or if she had like dramatic makeup on, it would almost always kind of look like a clown to him.
You're
or
wild.
something like that. Like, it's just, yeah.
You are wild.
What do you think?
Girl, girl, I just think it would cast her in a horrible light. Possibly.
I'm just saying in general, what would you think would happen?
Uh, I think it's going to be about hockey.
Hockey, girls, and
Yeah,
food.
pretty much. And then that random serial killer that sleeps in the next room over.
Them trying to get D-Rock together
And D-Rock.
in between hockey practice, dates, and eating.
Yeah,
That's the main plot of the show.
it would be, yeah, possibly. Yeah. And then his side mafia business where he sells D-tunes. Why does he do that? Why is it D-tunes? Why is it D-Rock? Like, does not someone not stop him and go, hey, we're in this band too. Why is it named after you?
Well, I mean, it's D. That's all it is.
Derek
They
Rock.
don't like if people don't know his name's Derek, they don't know that it's after him.
So what could it stand for if it's not after him?
What do you think it stands for, Vanessa?
I don't know.
A bunch of dudes in one band.
Dick Rock. I don't know. Oh my god.
Vanessa, are you okay?
Oh my god. Who am I? Okay. Next question, please.
If Life with Derek were set in 2010 instead of the 2000s, how do you think it would be different and why? Well, in 2010, I think Facebook was very popular.
I mean, I've read stories where they're like on Twitter and shit.
Yeah, I mean, like Twitter's still relevant now, but I think they'd be more on Facebook. I could see Derek like sending her stuff on her Facebook just to annoy her.
Yo, do you think he would be like super active into Tinder?
I'm trying to remember what was happening because that's when I graduated.
The Olympics. That's what was happening.
Oh, the Olympics.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I don't know. 2010's
Yeah.
hard.
I don't remember 2010. I was graduating too.
But anyway, if it was happening today, which is the question that Twitter user at Bliths writes, if it premiered today, what would be different about the show? I just think Derek would constantly be on like
as
Tinder.
I said. Yeah.
Yeah, as Vanessa
Yeah, I think
said.
he'd be like always on Tinder, and he'd be like fucking swiping right like constantly. Casey'd be like, "Oh my god, what if he landed on Casey's profile?"
Oh my god.
And they
That'd be so funny because she'd be like, Derek, that's juvenile.
and then she has an account.
And then like shows up on Casey, and then it's like, oh, you have one.
Who do you think would swipe first as a joke, and then the other one would have the same process and swipe, and then the reaction of you matched?
I feel like Derek wouldn't even notice he swiped on
Just because
Casey.
he's so like habit swipe.
Because he's just so in the mood, like he's just like,
and he doesn't even look.
yes.
He just swipes.
Right, exactly. And it's only when people like swipe back that he's like, you know what I mean? So he would just swipe on Casey, and then she would get the alert and be like, holy shit. And then she's just kind of like looking at it like, what in the world? What?
Iconic.
What? And she would have this like huge dilemma in her head, like, no, he didn't mean to. But what if he did?
Someone needs to write a story now to where it's like past college, they're still not together, they're in their adult lives, and they're on Tinder, and that happens. And it's like they haven't seen each other in years.
Oh shit, why?
Ooh. I don't know. just saying. Careers took them apart in different places, and then without knowing, they move into the other person's city, and boom, Tinder.
And then just to see, maybe she like misses them if we're going with your
Mm-hmm.
part. So she's like, you know what? Why not? You know? So she swipes back. And then Derek sees, and he was just like, wait, what the hell happened? What? Who? Casey? Casey? So I don't know if he actually would respond or not.
I think it's hilarious.
But yeah, I think that would be a very interesting scenario right there.
I feel it.
Is that how Tinder works? I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe he doesn't. He swipes, but she doesn't see it. Get the notification for it. I don't know.
I don't Tinder, so I don't know.
I don't Tinder either. But it comes up with a good concept for a story idea.
You know what to do, fam. Not you. I'm talking to the other fam. The other people who listen to us. Fam. You know what to do. What is it? What? Speaking of that, do our people have names? Like, you know how people have, like... Next question.
All right, this is the last question we have for today. It's from @Miss Lyra GW. Also, side note, your Daisy fan vids are amazing. What are your respective OTPs apart from Daisy? Do you think the fandom would still be active so long after the end of the show? Let's do that first. That second question first.
Yeah, because the first question,
I didn't know that there was two in there.
We can go for hours on that first one, and I'm pretty sure we will.
But we'll just go do the second one for right now. Do you think the fandom would still be active so long after the end of the show? No. Not many shows still survive after it's canceled. Like, you'll still have people maybe a year or two still lingering, but then afterwards, like, it just dies. Because there's no new content coming in and all that stuff. And I think before 2012, it might have been somewhat like that, a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But then in 2012, they teased that they were doing a reboot or like a sequel series. And I think that just brought this resurgence that hasn't still yet died down yet. I mean, I still feel like this community is still very active.
Yeah, it's because they just keep egging us on with pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Promises that never happen.
Yes. Well, okay, so Mike posted for Ashley's birthday that happened last month.
You mean on my birthday?
Well, it was her birthday.
Yeah, well, my birthday was 2 days after, so it's my birthday too. Anyway. Continue.
Yes, Vanessa. It was Vanessa's birthday last month too.
Yeah, wish me a happy birthday.
But anyway, on Ashley's birthday, Mike put on his story a picture of him and her, and he was like, oh, just like daisy baiting or whatever like that. Like, thanks, Mike.
Classic.
Yeah. And then just recently, he was apparently he was reading like a Daisy book from the days.
Yeah, it was like Breakup Blues.
Yeah, I have it.
Of course you do. Why wouldn't you?
But he was like reading that, and then Ashley like restoried it. And in my head, I was like, why are they doing this? Is there another reason why they're doing this? Or are they just like getting our hopes up once again that anything's happening? It's probably that, but
they're horrible.
Yes, they are. They can be very horrible. But I don't want them to stop either. So
it's true.
Okay. Now going back to that first part of the question, what are your respective OTPs of apart from Daisy? Let's keep this short, Vanessa.
You know I
don't do tangents to about why other ones are better than that. Also, disclaimer, if you don't like our other ships, that is fine. I don't have to like anyone else's either. But let's celebrate our mutual love for Daisy, okay? Because I know some people get very pressed about, who they ship and what ships. I don't care. But in case you do want to know what else we ship, um, especially for me, actually, I watch a lot of the CW superhero shows. So my main ship for that is a ship called Snowberry on the Flash, which is Caitlin Snow and Barry Allen. That's the main fandom I'm in right now. That's that. And then I think the only other really ship I care about right now is Supercorp,
Hell yeah!
which is on Supergirl, which is Lena Luthor and Kara, who's Supergirl on Supergirl.
It's so wild right now.
Yeah, it is. Though I have to say, I don't mind the alternative ships on that one, on Supergirl. I don't care who's with who on that show, but I do like Supercorp though.
It's just so wild.
Mm-hmm.
All the master plans going on right now. If you don't watch that show, you probably don't understand, but Lena has a master plan because she doesn't forgive Kara, and everyone's joking about her plan being that she's gonna be like, I'm gonna marry her, I will carry her children, and then I'll tell her I don't forgive her. It's hilariously wild right now, but no, I agree. That's
Yeah.
that's one of my ships too. Um, I bounce all over the place for ships, to be real. God,
I just haven't been watching anything else. Like, I watched The Good Place and I like Eleanor and Chidi, but like it's nothing like I go out of my way to like look at stuff on Tumblr or anything like that. Like the
yeah,
only ones I do is for Snowberry and Supercorp. So
yeah. Like I've discussed this before. I love Harry and Hermione from Harry
oh
Potter.
yeah, I like them too.
They're good, and we've discussed how I remember.
Basically, whatever I like is what she likes for the most part.
It's
Like
true.
that is why we are friends because we have so many similar ships. Like what was that one old ship that we both like? I forget.
Was it the one from Big Bang?
Oh yeah, we like the random. Oh my god, yeah, we like the random ship of Sheldon and Penny
Yes, that
from
was a
Big
good one.
Bang,
That was good.
and then JJ and Reed,
Oh yeah,
which we
Reed,
might be
JJ, and
getting this
Reed.
season. Who knows?
Oh, man, I'm so sad that show's over because I feel Spencer feels. What is it? Was it Jenser? Jenser? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think it
Spencer.
is. Yeah,
Jenser feels. I have a lot of those.
because it's been years since like anything's really happened for them, and then like all of a sudden last season, like JJ was like, "I've always been in love with you, Spencer."
And I was like, ugh.
Though it might turn out to be like they might fake us out, so I'm hoping that's not the case. But
I mean, it's
yeah,
over now. The show's done.
well, next season.
No, the show's done.
No, they still have another whole season.
I'm pretty sure they don't.
Yeah, they do. It starts in January. They have one more season left.
Criminal Minds.
She doesn't believe me.
I don't believe you.
They didn't even end it on a good note. They stopped filming like earlier this year.
I'm sorry. Let me. It literally says season 14 was 2018 to 2019, and that's it. It was 14 seasons.
There's gonna be another season.
No.
It's gonna be 15 episodes.
All right, I'm googling this. Criminal Minds.
Oh my god.
I don't believe you. Season
Why would I lie about that?
15. Okay, maybe it is happening. So fuck off. Anyway.
Oh god.
Anyway, what other ships? I really liked when Supergirl first premiered. I really liked the idea of the Super Flash. It was great.
Oh god.
I really liked that one just because the
I mean,
chemistry was
they're
good.
cute, but I don't.
Like, I love Snowberry, but I saw that and I was like, I am so conflicted right now. And then I was so conflicted with Barry and what's her face.
You can't even remember her name, no, Patty.
Yeah, I was going for Patty. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. But yeah, Barry and Patty I really liked as well. So I was really conflicted for that, like, that whole, like, season. I was like, but Snowberry, but Barry and Patty, but Super Flash, I can't handle this. But no, what else do I have? I got so many.
We randomly like Topanga and Sean together
Yeah,
from
that's
Boy
because
Meets
Corey
World.
got really horrible, and like as he got older in high school, I wanted him to fucking die. I was like,
Yeah,
he's
he can be
just
very extra, especially in like the uh the college episodes too.
yeah, like I just couldn't like everything was about him when he got to like further in high school, and I was just so annoyed. Like Topanga gave up Yale
For him,
to go to some fucking community college in Pittsburgh.
Pembroke.
Pembroke, I don't know, Philadelphia somewhere. I don't know. She really went to Pembroke, some fucking like local community college that only Sean could make into, kind of thing. So
I
obviously,
don't think it was community, but it was like just like a regular like college like campus site
either
thing,
way,
whatever.
she gave up Yale, and I can't handle that. Um,
Ooh, with Boy Meets World though, we like Riley and Maya
yeah, that was good.
on the new show.
Yeah, that was a good one. The chemistry was good for that one. Uh, what else? What's coming to my mind right now? I'm just blanking.
I know, like we have so many, but
We have so many, and we always talk about it too. And now that it's like straight up going, "What do you like?" I'll be like, "I don't know anymore."
but basically the ones I said in the beginning are the ones I'm currently caring about. So,
But Chloe was good for Pitch Perfect.
oh yeah,
That was a big one.
yeah. Oh, and recently I watched Lucifer, and I really like Lucifer and Chloe.
I don't watch that show, so I have no idea.
They're a good pair. I like them. I
I
watched
watch
that
a lot
show.
of Grey's Anatomy. So I'm trying. I don't dislike Meredith's relationship right now, but I feel like she could find someone better. But I do like his character. I just feel like he's McDreamy 2.0, and
Basically,
I
I
find it
don't even watch
very
the show, but I know because I've
it's
seen
very
it.
like cliche. So what else? My main one is Supercorp right now, and just because it's so wild at the moment. I do love
Yeah,
Snowberry, but I don't watch the show anymore because
I don't either.
I don't watch it anymore. I haven't watched it
I
since
watch
season
very
two.
selective episodes that I know I will
Are gonna be
like.
Snowberry?
Well, that will be Snowberry, or like has a good high chance of being Snowberry. Um, or it just looks like a good episode.
Yo, if we jump back to Harry and Hermione, there's this story that I've been reading for years, and the author takes 80 years to update because every chapter's like 80,000 words.
Oh my god.
And it's life. It takes place after the epilogue, like the 19 years later, and it's amazing. So you should go write Unlike a Sister. Go read that. That's good. If you're a Harry Hermione fan, very good. There's like, I want to say like 17 chapters on fanfiction, but there's like only 3 on archive. The archive one, though, is way more mature once it gets there. Apparently, that's what they wrote. They're like, this is where the more mature version will be once I get to
Ooh,
them.
they
Like
changed
the chapters.
versions up.
Well, because fanfic has like it has like a mature writing thing
Oh
policies.
bullshit! I put mature rating on.
Yeah, but like apparently some stories actually got taken down because of the material in it. So a lot of people have,
I think that was back in the day though. I haven't heard of anything happening recently.
but that's why she has 2 for it because it's her more uh, mature version of it, but she hasn't updated it in like 80 years. But yeah, I still like that one. And I think that's that for questions and our
Yeah, and I
answers.
don't really know if
So
there's.
to condense, Supercorp is number 1 right now for us.
Well, for you, Snow Bear is always number one for me.
I know, but because both of us enjoy that, it's number 1 to
Oh,
average it out.
okay.
I mean, they're probably both tied right now. Snow, Supercorp and Snowberry are like pretty much averaged out to number one. If you think about it, all our ships are pretty much averaged out because we both enjoy the same ships.
Mm-hmm. That's and they really because I remember when we first started talking because you messaged me about hockey because I think I just posted my hockey fic.
Yeah.
And then we just got to talking like, oh, what shows do you like? Oh, which like couples do you like of this one? And then it's just like it was just like the same ones over and over and over
Yeah,
again.
you know the stepbrothers thing that did we just become best friends? Yep, that's literally what it was.
And 5 years later, now we're doing this podcast.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. All right, well that's it for today. Our next episode should be an episode review. So if you want to follow us on Tumblr, go to daisy.tumblr.com. If you want to follow us on Twitter, that's Oopsy Daisy Pod. If you want to follow us on Anchor or Spotify or anything like that where you can listen to this, do so. And if you have any questions for that particular episode, leave it in the YouTube comments or send us something via Tumblr or Twitter. Okay? That's all for now. Bye bye. What the hell was that?
That was me.
Bye bye.
Good day.
Look what I have to deal with. I was gone for just a couple minutes, and Vanessa does stuff like this.
It's bad. Ugh, fuck, she's gone. Ashley's gone. She is dead. Rest in peace. Welcome to the show. Holy shit, she is gone forever. Forever.